guys, I'm Dragon Tamer, and I'm going to go do a brief rundown of the short hop forward air against a training dummy. Sorry I don't have recording equipment for the Wii U version, so I'm going to just have to show you on my 3DS. I've been flubbing my fingers a bit on these 3DS controls. It's been a while. So, the basis of Pac-Man's forward air is that it has some sort of interruptible as soon as frames to give you 2 forward airs in the air. The problem with this is Pac-Man has kind of this bad hurtbox as he's landing the forward air. So you have to land pretty far away from the opponent. Otherwise they can grab you or jab you. Let's see if I can go down to slow motion here. So in slow motion, right there. So this gets me a lot. If you land while doing a forward air, Pac-Man's foot is out, and his hurt box is such that it seems like the opponent can grab him, jab him, or do a lot of things that just makes this forward air while landing significantly less safe than it would lead you to believe normally. So you really can't get rid of that. Even if you do a short hop fair instantly, you can see that he has that twisting animation on landing, and you're not going to get the jab to cover you. So you see how Pac-Man doesn't get his jab off as quickly there. With that said, I still find that this short hop fair is a decent strategy against very tall characters like Rob. The main reason is because of how far back and forth Pac-Man can do this forward air. So at about this distance, you can just smack Rob in the face and then retreat. And you just play footsies here. You don't want to overcommit. You want to force the Rob to come in on you. Now, this is a very far distance. Most characters, it's even further than like Pac-Man's smash attack, as you can see. I think Rob's smash attack might be able to punish me, but I would have landed and shielded by then. See, it's very far distance. Now, this usually forms the basis of my footsies. Where I'm going with this is eventually the opponent's going to come in on you, because they don't like taking safe forward airs to the face all day. I should note once again, this only works on taller characters like Rob, Rosalina, and Bowser. So you come in here, and the opponent is going to rush in on you. And unfortunately, fair gives them a fair amount of time, a very large amount of time to rush in on you. I think we're on negative frames, actually. I think they can attack before we can do something else. But with that said, as they're rushing in, you can fair them again in the face, right there. You can nair them, right there, if they come in too much. You can hydrant them. You can fruit them with a cherry or whatever you have. And perhaps the most important thing is this crosses up. You can bear them, back air them. So there's a fair number of options you can do. Oh, you can also go all in. I call this all in because if the opponent just shields, you lose. So you do your short hop fair. Whoops. So good with these DS controls. So you do your short hop fair, and then you do a neutral air for I'm sorry, this 3DS is still on patch 1.03. That would be 14 damage on the new patch. But that would be 14 easy damage. And at moderate percentages, something like 70 to 80%, this sets up Pac-Man's off-stage game. Sorry about that. So you can go all in if you think the forward air is actually going to hit them. But I wouldn't recommend going all in very often. It's quite unsafe, very punishable. You really need to retreat very far away from the opponent. And you just want to leave them at about that distance. So you go in, come back, go in, come back, go in, come back, until they're really pissed off at you. And then that's when you start doing things to them. Yeah, I would definitely practice all the options against this. There's a fair number of them. But just keep in mind that the majority of them are unsafe. The only real safe one is this. And you can go on and, you know, do a forward tilt to protect your landing to stop them from rushing in, or just throw some fruit at them. The cherry's pretty good at that. Right there. And your opponent will not really be able to punish that. So, this distance. This is the magic distance. Against tall characters, anyway. Against shorter characters like Diddy, Sheik, unfortunately the top tiers, this doesn't really work. They just sort of do a running up smash against you, and it's terrible. But against tall characters, one of which is Rosalina and Luma, who has potential to be top tier, I do find that this technique works. Well, this is Dragon Tamer. I hope this was useful.